everyone previously thought that automation will be a choice, but now it's mandatory. I think India market is growing because most of the companies are coming back from the China. If I can grow the company for someone else,
Correct.
why can't I do for myself?
Hello and welcome to another Tech Rover Leadership Conversation. As we are exploring Automation Expo 2026 and exploring the ecosystem of automation industry, we are here at the CNN Robotics booth. With me is Mr. Naresh Nagarwal. Hi sir, how are you?
Thank you, Ravi. Nice to meet you.
Same here. So, as we are exploring this ecosystem, how do you find India market for CNN Robotics?
I think India market is growing because most of the companies are coming back from the China and investing in India. So the labor shortage has become a major crisis for the industry.
Correct.
So everyone previously thought that automation will be a choice, but now it's mandatory. They cannot escape it. That's why the automation sector is booming in India because every factory will go with automation. So that's why we made a decision to open a factory now or enter into this business 2 years ago because I already can foresee that by 2047, as the leadership of India has put a plan for independence of Atmanirbhar Bharat.
Right.
I think that's where I think we see also automation will be required there.
How has been your journey from, I understand you have worked with in different leadership roles before starting your entrepreneur journey. How has the transition from being in leadership roles for other companies and for your company now in CNN Robotics?
I think I would say it was a good decision from my point of view.
Right.
Because working 20 years in the industry, setting up a new factory, setting up a new product line or division and all, and also living abroad many years in America, China or Denmark, have given me the understanding of culture, people and how the customer will behave. I think that's what helped me to understand if I can grow the company for someone else, why can't I do for myself? And I think that's brought the question about should I start as an entrepreneur? And that's where the CNN started.
I understand CNN stands for Creative Nexus. Next Generation Nexus.
Yes.
So how does this name came up?
I think we were thinking how we will help the customer and where the problems are. And I think, and then as an automation, every customer has a problem which requires a different solution, which means you have to be creative.
Correct.
To find a solution, find a component which is cost effective or their technical problem could be solved. So first C comes from there.
Correct.
N is the next generation means new technologies are coming, robots are phasing out, cobots are coming to picture, vision-based quality control, physical AI are coming to the picture.
Correct.
So next generation, but also next generation has another meaning that most of the baby boomers who started the business 40 years ago, 50 years ago, they are retiring now. And people like us who are young, they should come into the business or become MSME or business.
Correct.
That's why I think this next N is coming. Next generation means next generation leaders, but also next generation technology.
Wonderful.
And third, N is the next element. As a system integrator, we are the connection point to the customer. So we are looking for how to solve the customer pain. And that's where I think last N comes. So how to solve the pain means I have to work with the customer, OEMs, and other partner to make a solution.
Correct.
Which will solve the customer pain. So that's the third N is.
Wonderful. You are based in Denmark.
Yes.
How do you find the ecosystem in Denmark versus the ecosystem here in India?
I think if I compare the ecosystem in Denmark, because the labor cost is very high, so their advancement in the automation is already adopted, well accepted, and the cost is easily accepted by the industries. But when it comes to the Indian market is very cost competitive. It does not mean that they don't want automation. They want automation, but we have to always keep thinking how to optimize the cost. And I think that's the learning you can always copy paste from the India to Europe to also give the same learning to Europe. So I would say that in India, getting from RFQ to hand over the project, 100 days average cycle time if I will check my CRM. But in Europe, it can take 6 months and some of the project can take even a year to finalize. So I think if you have to rely only on Europe, you will be burning a cash. So you have to have a strategy where you say, okay, where is the fast-growing market, where the turnaround is fast. Let's
Correct.
generate the experience
Right.
and use the experience from the Indian market and copy paste to the European market
Right.
for cost-competitive solutions.
Well, absolutely. And I also understand that your company partners with different technology partners. How do you manage that?
I think we normally, as I say, first we see the customer, what is their pain, then we find out who has the right technology to integrate with us.
Correct.
And then we collaborate with them. So like for example, we work close to the Fanuc because
right.
we know what they are good at.
Right.
We work with the Universal Robot, we also know where they are good at.
Yeah.
We work with the ABB, we know where their expertise are.
Absolutely.
So that's how we find out the ecosystem where the application fits well. Like painting, I think the ABB is dominating in this area. So
Correct.
we know where the solution will go. Flexibility, Universal Robot, easy to teach, easy to weld and
Correct.
all. So we also go around and see which technology fits well, which pocket point of view, customer pocket,
Yeah.
technology point of view,
Right.
easy to use.
Right.
And the focus for us is a long-term repeatable business.
Yeah.
So we don't want to just sell one thing and disappear. So we also think that what will serve the customer for paying their ROI,
Correct.
improving their productivity, improving their efficiency. That's what we also put in their mind.
Yeah. We are seeing lots of cobots running here, and we have, I think, welding from Universal Robotics. Tell us more about the technologies being displayed here.
Yeah, here in this setup for Fanuc, we are displaying technology for the CNC and VMC loading and unloading,
Okay.
and press loading and unloading. We are using the Stunk gripper, which is a pneumatic, which can load the multiple parts. So we have a dual gripper changeover. So it's easy to change over different parts, geometry and all. And we have a vision solution also, which can detect the part,
Correct.
is it round, cylindrical, square and all. So
Right.
sometimes customer don't want to differentiate the part and they just want to do the work. So we can, with the AI system or vision system, we can detect the geometry of the part and put on a CNC, VMC or press system.
So,
That's
which
what
industries are you focusing with this application?
this is the component manufacturing, like all precision component which goes to engine assembly, automotive or medical electronics,
Correct.
semiconductor.
Right.
So wherever they are using the CNC and VMC, we are focusing on that.
Right.
So it's easy to program for them.
Right. So, do you integrate your cobots with some other technologies also?
Yes, we do with the screw,
Yeah.
glue pasting,
Yeah.
vision-based AI part quality control,
Right.
welding,
Correct.
assembly line.
Yeah.
So we have a different application based on the customer requirement. Like we also do the medical electronics where they are using the technology for what we call hospital industry disposable for staplers manufacturing and
correct.
all. We also have a cobot application for the jewelry industry also,
Correct.
where they put the diamonds on the gold, platinum or silver, making Tana joints and all.
Correct.
So we also provide our technology for them.
Well, we are living in the digital era,
Yeah.
and in digital era, data is the new oil. And I understand IIoT applications are
Yes.
really important
Yes.
in this industry. What is that you're offering for? For
So
in
we have
IIoT?
we have a IoT applications which we display to our customers. So we have a physical devices.
Yeah.
We have which we have developed with our partners,
Right.
which we install in our machines, and we
Right.
can capture the data. And data here will provide you all the dashboard to your companies about, okay, are you doing something? How many machines you have? What is their OEE running status?
Correct.
How many are alert from the if they are on the track or not?
Yeah.
How many are in a scheduled maintenance?
Yeah.
Uptime, downtime, what is really OE,
Correct.
effectiveness of your machine
Correct.
and all. So we have a various dashboard which allows you to create a work order for your maintenance or new product launch or something which
Yeah.
can create. So we have a different, and you can also track your OE or your data directly on the hourly basis or weekly basis. That also gives a great
So what do you call this application?
we call one set of truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
CNN
how do you integrate this with the clients?
Yeah, so we have these hardware devices and we put in the machine, and these hardware devices communicate with their ecosystem, and then there is a dashboard which we can compatible with the Power BI. We
Is,
also
is
have
it
our dashboard.
specifically brand neutral or
It's a brand neutral, but it's our own know-how which we have put down into. So we have
Yeah.
our team who has put down all the knowledge and how what we can say, but the experience we had from previous companies.
Okay.
We put down into device to make a thing which can work well with the software system.
Right. And I can also see universal robot here.
Yeah.
What exactly is this application?
In the universal robot, we are showing application for the heavy structure welding.
Okay.
Because nowadays it's in India a lot of construction going on.
Yeah.
Which means shortage of skilled welder which will do all this work. So this industry is lacking people, so we thought let's display the application which can help them to solve this problem.
Correct.
So here we are showing a universal robot which allows you to move with the magnetic base. So we have a magnetic base which you can change the location of the part
Right.
and put on different. So it can do the welding vertical or different multiple pass
Correct.
with the thickness from 5 mm up to 18 centimeter with the multi pass. And
Yeah.
so we are also using the smooth tool which allows the different kind of welding patterns, zigzag, stitching or filling and all. And this robot, with the depending on the technology, we can have a MIG, TIG,
Yeah.
plasma also, or
Yeah.
laser nowadays. Many customers are now asking for the laser welding setups also.
Right. So apart from this is specifically for automotive
We
sector,
are also
right?
doing automotive. So this is for the structure industry, heavy industry like shipbuilding. You know, lots of ships are built in
Correct.
India nowadays.
Correct.
A lot of new construction going on in the industries. Are new industry coming every week. You hear from sometimes Google is putting a data center. They need a structures and all. So that's
Yeah.
why structure was one of the focus.
Yeah.
Then process industry for piping and all. There, that's where we can use. Then we also we provide the solution for the welding industry in the automotive
Correct.
or automotive components. So that's
Yeah.
what we also provide for it.
Well, I understand when working as a system integrator needs lots of service
Yes.
after service, right?
Yes, sir.
So how do you manage your team for that for the customers?
Yeah, we have two locations right now in India to maintain the after sales service.
Yeah.
One in the Chennai to handle all the southern region,
Right.
and then one in the Pune which is handling most of the west region like Gujarat, Maharashtra, and other Madhya Pradesh and all.
Right.
So we have two teams, and we have a plan to open one more factory in the North India, Manesar or Gurgaon. We are looking for the location.
Yeah.
So we want to be close to the customer because, as you can understand, if your line is stopped
Correct.
and customer is giving you penalty based on the minutes,
Yeah.
you cannot wait someone to travel from Pune to Manesar. Then they
Yeah.
have to respond within 2-3 hours.
Right.
That's why our strategy is to expand north, south, and west to handle all the customer services as fast as possible.
So what are your immediate next plans for CNN Robotics in India?
In India, by January 2027, we are planning to open a new factory in the North India.
Wonderful.
And then we also are planning to expand two more locations. One is the Gujarat and one is the Madhya Pradesh.
Yeah.
So this will be the two immediate or three immediate plans for quarter 1 2027 for us.
Wonderful. I would end this conversation with one last question. You being, you have seen your journey through various states.
Yes.
What message can you give to the aspiring engineers who would want to start their career in industrial automation?
I think I would say not only industrial automation as a good advice. I think when being an entrepreneur, you
Yeah.
have to be ready for the risk,
Right.
because if you don't take the risk, nothing will move.
Correct.
You have to make the decision
Correct.
based on the situation you are in. Maybe you don't have all the data,
Yeah.
you don't have all, but make a decision. It may be wrong and right. That's prospective.
Yeah. Correct.
Otherwise, you will not know.
Yeah.
And I think third, I would say that trust yourself.
Wonderful.
Many times as an entrepreneur, you will have a situation, you will be depressed, you
Yeah.
will have a challenge.
Right.
And as an entrepreneur, one day you may have a 10 lakh rupees, next day you have a 10 rupees.
Absolutely.
Then you have to trust yourself that things will move forward over the time.
Thank you so much for all the insights and experiences
Thank you,
you have
sir.
shared with us. Thank you so
It was
much.
nice meeting you.
Yeah. Same here. Bye bye.